Good afternoon, everyone. It's officially afternoon now. I'm Brad Kane, editor of Worcester Business Journal. While you begin to enjoy your lunch, I just wanted to say a few remarks and welcome you all to the 2021 Outstanding Women in Business Awards. We are so happy, yes. We're in person, this is great. All right, this is the 13th year WBJ has honored the outstanding women of Central Massachusetts who have all achieved great success in their careers and their communities while mentoring and setting the next generation up for further success. Outstanding Women in Business remains WBJ's most selective award. To arrive at the 8 honorees today, WBJ received 93 nominations for 64 women, meaning less than 13% of nominees end up winning the award. The unenviable task of selecting the winners each year falls to a new slate of judges who must weigh through a near book-length packet of amazing nominations of women who are all outstanding in their own way. It is an incredible amount of work that they do. They are on a tight timeline of about 2 weeks. So I would like to take this moment to thank those 21 judges. If you could please stand. Carolyn Stempler, Interim President and CEO, Greater Worcester Community Foundation. Dr. Moses Dixon, President and CEO, Central Massachusetts Agency on Aging, Inc., and Kate Roy Alexander, President and CEO, Southbridge Credit Union, who is an outstanding Women in Business alumna from last year. So, before we move forward with the awards this year, I would like to take a moment to look back. As we all know, 2020 was a challenging year, and like everyone, WBJ pivoted and reimagined our business, particularly our in-person events, launching into full-blown virtual forums and awards programs. During all of the challenges of that year, one thing that never changed was the caliber of our honorees. And although we had fun and honored them in the best way we could last year in the virtual world, it wasn't quite the same as having a live event. So I would like to take a moment now to recognize the 2020 class of Outstanding Women in Business, who you see on the screen. These talented and remarkable women represented the leadership, grit, and pure determination that got their organizations through the most difficult of years. At least 2 of them are here today, so 2020 alumna, if you are here, if you could please stand now. You got to stand for longer than that. You were Outstanding Women in Business. So Liz Hamilton is the Executive Director of the Boys and Girls Club of Worcester. I have more here too, Liz. Liz is a collaborative and community-driven leader who consistently strives to build a stronger system of support for Worcester's children and their families. And Sheila Goodwin is the Senior Vice President and Chief Community Banking Officer of Fidelity Bank. There she is in back. She oversees all 14 bank branches, the customer call center, and the investment team. She's also bringing better equality to the industry too by helping Fidelity be a more inclusive employer and community partner by leading its diversity and inclusion initiative. Congratulations again to both of you on your well-deserved recognition. Please help give us these women leaders another round of applause. All right, that's it from me. Thank you for joining us today. Please enjoy your lunch, and the rest of the program will start in about 30 minutes.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. It is time to get into the program. Thank you, Brad, for getting things started about a half hour ago. I'm Peter Stanton, publisher of the Worcester Business Journal. And this has always been a special event. You know, we held this for years at Tuckerman Hall, where at this time of day, sunlight would be shining through the windows and kind of making our screen hard to read. So while we miss Tuckerman Hall, it is a great honor to be honoring all of you here at Mechanics Hall, which is one of the magical venues in this city. But there's some magic about this event that's hard to quantify. Maybe it's the great stories behind each of our honorees and their accomplishments. But I think it's also the way previous winners of this award have stayed connected to the program, networked with, and supported their fellow winners year after year. And once again this year, obviously, we have a very special group of women in the House, and we look forward to giving them the love and the recognition they deserve. Yes, that's right, the love. This is all about the love. I was thinking, is that a line? Will I get applause for that line? I think I heard one, and you just got to keep it going. Thank you. A program of this scale takes many hands to produce, and the engagement of several important community partners to pull off. Our sponsors consider leadership excellence and, specifically, women leaders from our community worthy of elevating and celebrating. So let's give them all a special thank you, and those are our presenting sponsor, and they're up on the screen, Always Health Partners, our corporate sponsor, Southbridge Credit Union, and our supporting sponsors, Marsh McLennan Agency and the Women's Initiative of the United Way of Central Mass. I'd like to ask our presenting sponsor, Always Health Partners, to give some welcoming remarks, so it's my pleasure to introduce Jennifer St. Thomas, the Vice President of New Business Sales. And Jennifer, I think, is right behind the curtain. There she is. Jennifer, you're on.
Thank you, Peter, and thank you to the whole team here at the Worcester Business Journal for putting on this fantastic event. And welcome, everybody. Congratulations to all the award winners. So I'm Jennifer St. Thomas. I'm the Vice President of New Business Sales with Always Health Partners, and I'm pleased to welcome you to the Worcester Business Journal's Outstanding Women in Leadership Awards. This is a terrific opportunity for us to meet women from across Massachusetts and recognize your incredible accomplishments. As a member of Mass General Brigham, an integrated healthcare system, Always Health Partners is a local health plan here serving the Worcester community. We're in a unique position to create something new in health insurance and offer a truly differentiated health experience. Delivering on this promise requires us to understand where our customers are coming from and recognizing diverse viewpoints and experiences. I'm proud to be part of an organization and system that truly walks the walk in our commitment to diversity and inclusion. From our core values and support for our employees to the benefits we offer to our members and our presence in the community. Just to share with you some information about Always and our commitment to women, women make up over 70% of our workforce, 70% of our executive leadership team are women, and 63% of all management roles. In addition, we offer extended maternity leave in alignment with Mass Paid Family Medical Leave, and for our members, we offer access to a hands-on maternal and child health care management team, which supports new parents and parents to be every step of their healthcare journey. Always Health Partners understands that a focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion makes us stronger as an organization and as a community. Thank you all for this wonderful opportunity to join you today and to support the continued advancement of women.
Thank you, Jennifer, and thank you to Always Health Partners for your support of this event. Just a couple of other brief remarks. I want to recognize the Office of Senator Michael Moore. His staff has once again taken the lead and provided Senate citations for all of our winners. And this is what a Senate citation looks like. It is this wicked official-looking thing signed by really, really important people that says herein and thus and such and all these legal terms that make everybody feel extra important. So you get a trophy, but you get one of these other nice sealed documents from the Senate. I also want to thank, I sometimes wait to the very end and then I forget, but I want to thank Worcester Business Journal's Chris Prosser. Where would we be without this woman helping us run terrific events? Chris? Chris and her team, cover all the details that just make this such a first-class event, including the fact that she said to me about 3 minutes ago, "Did you get the last few changes to your talk? I made a few corrections." And I said, "No." And of course, she had a printout right there. Thank you. So anyways, not that I won't make an error, but it'll be all mine. So it's time to now honor the 2021 class of Outstanding Women Leaders. And to kick off the first couple awards, I'd like to introduce Liz Vedum, who is the chair of the Women's Initiative of the United Way and our longtime nonprofit partner on this event. Thank you, Liz, and the stage is yours.
Thank you, Peter. Hi, everyone. As Vice President of Summit Elder Care at Fallon Health, Christine Bostick oversees 5 locations in Massachusetts and is also responsible for managing the PACE program, an all-inclusive care program for the elderly that includes a branch in the state of New York. Her responsibilities include managing quality and performance, driving growth, housing, administrative and clinical operations, and overseeing strategic partnerships with providers and community-based organizations. Christine leads approximately 300 people, making up nearly 25% of Fallon's overall workforce. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, Christine took on the challenges the virus presented with a deep understanding of the nuances facing the vulnerable population, among them the downside of social isolation. In addition to a home visit program, she spearheaded the creation of a 24/7 infirmary to care for COVID-19 positive patients while still allowing family members and loved ones to see them. The project involved a high level of engagement from her team, as well as approval from the state. Christine is a member of several local boards, including the Boys and Girls Club of Worcester and the Reliant Foundation, as well as the National PACE Association. Let's hear what others have to say about Christine.
There are so many lessons I've learned from Chris working with her, but probably the one that really stands out is her accountability. She embraces a project, she embraces goals, objectives, and she takes full accountability, and she inspires the people around her to do the same. I see her as not only a great executive and a leader at Fallon, but a great contributor to the community.
Chris does a great job of listening to people and meeting them where they're at. And I think because of that, she's able to build that trusting relationship with people. And that can be really empowering, knowing that you have someone who's going to be there for you and listen to your concerns or something that's exciting for you. One of the things I most admire is that even when things are tough, she has that can-do attitude. She's really good about collaborating with others and problem solving together. She has been an incredible supporter of the Boys and Girls Club, but also has become a really good friend.
Hi, Mom. And for everybody else in attendance tonight, my name is Colby and I'm Christine's oldest son. My mother is an incredible person, as many of you may know by now. In the past 27 years, she has taught me many valuable life lessons. I believe the most important lesson that she taught me was to always stay humble. Let your actions speak for themselves. That always stuck close to me. And many of you who know my mom personally know that she radiates positivity. I've always been so impressed by how her positive attitude empowers those around her. She truly is the perfect example of what a leader is and should be. Congratulations, Mom, on receiving this award. I can't think of a more deserving individual than you. I love you, and I'll see you soon.
For her leadership and strong commitment to one of our community's most vulnerable populations, please join me in congratulating Christine Bostick.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting my son to be on there. Or for that matter, anyone that was interviewed. That was a huge surprise, so I apologize for being emotional. This was emotional enough, actually, to be recognized for this incredible award, so that kind of threw me over the edge. In any event, so I guess that's a warning for the other 7 amazing women as you see the video that you haven't seen yet about yourselves. So first, I was overwhelmed when I received the call from Brad and remain overwhelmed about this incredible recognition. I'm truly honored to be receiving this, and certainly in sharing it with 7 very talented and successful women today, and of course all the alum that have received this award in the past. Thank you to the Worcester Business Journal, and in particular the judges, Kate Roy Alexander, Dr. Moses Dixon, and Carolyn Stempler for selecting me. I've been really privileged to work in this community for the last 30 plus years. I really appreciate this recognition today. A special thank you to those who nominated me: Christine Cassidy, Mary Ritter, and the Fallon Health Leadership Team, Candy Keeble, Joellen Andrews, and Liz Hamilton, who I have had the privilege of working with while we continue to focus on improving the lives of the people in our community who need us most. While there are many things that have contributed to how I am standing up here today, 2 things resonate with me. I've always done something I was a little not ready to do, and each of those opportunities contributed significantly to my professional development and personal growth. Thank you to those of you throughout my career to date who have given me the opportunity by seeing the potential in me, and most importantly, for mentoring me. For all the women in the audience today who are in the early stages of their careers, stretch yourselves. Pursue something you may not quite be ready for. Embrace being outside of your comfort zone. You will be glad you did that. Secondly, building relationships, surrounding myself with brilliant and motivated people, seeing the potential in others like was done for me, and mentoring and empowering them, watching them grow, and most importantly, learning from them. I have been so fortunate to work with so many talented people who without them I would not be standing here today. To quote Sheryl Sandberg, leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that impact lasts in your absence. And I hope I have done that along the way. I do have one last person to thank, the most important person. The one who has been my biggest champion for over 30 years, the one who has always believed that I can do anything I put my mind to, no matter the obstacles. And with him always by my side, I have a very rewarding professional career, an extremely busy volunteer schedule, and 3 grown children early in their professional careers. Thank you to my loving and selfless husband, who always puts family first. Thank you.
Dr. Lisa Columbo has a long and distinguished career in home care, ambulatory care, acute care, and academic and community health centers. Among her many accomplishments was her role in helping to negotiate an agreement with the Massachusetts Nurses Association to avoid a nurse strike at UMass Memorial Medical Center in Worcester. She also oversaw a merger between UMass Memorial's Clinton Hospital and Health Alliance Hospital in Leominster. Now as Executive Vice Chancellor at Commonwealth Medicine, UMass Chan Medical School's Consulting and Operations Division, Dr. Columbo leads over 1,000 employees and manages a broad range of projects, including mental health care access, retirement and disability plans, and pandemic response. She has been on the front lines in promoting diversity and inclusion across all Commonwealth Medicine's functions and has implemented a new living strategic plan to advance optimal health and well-being of the diverse communities the medical school serves. At the beginning of the pandemic, Dr. Columbo stepped up to the plate when she was named incident commander at the state-run Holyoke Soldiers Home, where she led a team in containing a COVID-19 outbreak. In addition, she helped lead Commonwealth Medicine's 4-month regional collaboration with the City of Worcester, St. Vincent Hospital, and Worcester State University to operate and staff the large-scale vaccination site, administering more than 93,000 COVID-19 vaccine doses. In addition to all that, she is a doctoral-level professor, a published author, and a trustee of Worcester State University. Let's also hear what a few others had to say about Dr. Columbo.
For many years, I've had the opportunity to have as a colleague Lisa Columbo, the Executive Vice Chancellor for Commonwealth Medicine at UMass Chan Medical School. Lisa's an outstanding leader. She leads because she recognizes the importance of each of the people with whom she has the privilege to partner. Throughout the pandemic, Lisa has been instrumental in helping us create a vaccine corps so that we could work together with colleagues throughout our medical school to serve the needs of the greater Worcester population. It's a privilege to have Lisa Columbo as a colleague, and I'm delighted that she's been selected as a Worcester Business Journal Outstanding Leader in 2021.
Congratulations for being named an Outstanding Women in Business honoree by the Worcester Business Journal. Of course, for many of us, you are an outstanding businesswoman, and we've known that for a long time. Your deep clinical knowledge and experience as a nurse executive and your healthcare management acumen, rounded out by empathy, compassion, and collaboration, all contribute to the extraordinary person that you are. And you embody that can-do attitude so critical throughout this pandemic. As Vice Chancellor of the UMass Medical School's Commonwealth Medicine, I can truly say you're a partner, a true partner with the Executive Office of Health and Human Services. And for that, I am personally appreciative. So on behalf of all of us within the executive branch of state government, thank you and congratulations on this terrific award.
So my mother always provided the best advice, and it was whether I liked the answer or the outcome, she always had great, concise advice that made sure to help excel me to the goal that I was trying to achieve. Did I always want to hear it? Maybe not, but was it the right answer? Always. Mom, I really hope to follow in your footsteps. You've been a remarkable leader and a remarkable influence in my life, and I really hope that one day I can be half as good as you. You're a great inspiration to me. Thanks, Mom.
Please join me in honoring an accomplished and dedicated leader, Dr. Lisa Columbo.
Well, thanks for the warning, Chris, but it wasn't enough. I'm, second time in a few months that I've been rendered completely speechless. The first time was when Brad called me to tell me that I had been selected for this award. And as I stand here today, I realize how thankful I am for so many things, both in my personal and professional life. I first want to thank the Worcester Business Journal for this honor of including me with such an amazing group of women leaders. I want to congratulate all of my fellow awardees today who are being recognized, and also the past awardees. It's your tireless commitment to the work and to your communities that lifts us all and calls attention to the many contributions that we've made and will continue to make. I want to give a special thank you to Chancellor Michael Collins for nominating me. I am so grateful for the privilege of leading Commonwealth Medicine at UMass Chan Medical School. Dr. Collins, you are an amazing, inspiring, mission-driven leader from whom I learn every single day. You've given me, when you invited me to be part of your team, this unique opportunity to lead an organization that supports the Commonwealth in solving some of its greatest challenges in ensuring equity and access to care for our most vulnerable populations in the Commonwealth, and to extend the knowledge that we learn here in Massachusetts across the country to other states and organizations who share that mission. It has given me more professional gratification than I could ever have imagined. I want to thank my colleagues, friends, and family who have joined me here today. I know taking time out of a busy schedule is not easy, and so I want you to know how special you've made me feel by being here today. The relationships that we have are so treasured, and I just want you to know that your presence in my life is more important than you'll know. I want to send a special shout out to my boys, Gregory and Blake. I couldn't figure out why you were leaving the house in the suit that day, but now I know. Thank you for your patience and your understanding and your support of me as I tried to balance, and maybe not always so successfully, being your mother and having a very full career. I love you both more than you'll ever understand. And if my parents were here today, they would be bursting with pride. Both of my parents were children of immigrants, and neither of them had the opportunity to go to college. In fact, my mother had to drop out of high school at the age of 15 to help her parents take care of her 12 other siblings. But both of them were very strong and purposeful people, and they instilled the values of respect, integrity, and hard work in my brothers and me, and I know that we're all better for it. I'm grateful for the more than 1,000 colleagues that I have at Commonwealth Medicine who are incredibly smart, focused, and passionate about our work and the people we serve. In the last 2 years, we've all experienced more trying times than we could ever have imagined. And when our lives changed in March of 2020, I watched as my team pivoted to a completely remote work environment and continued to develop new and innovative ways to support the state's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. That commitment to service has been inspiring to watch, and it feeds my desire to continue to improve as a leader. My pathway in my career and the successes that I've achieved and the leader that I've become today have all been shaped by the mentors, teachers, and colleagues that I've met throughout my career. To the women and men who have given me opportunities and encouraged me to take risks, who've coached me through adversity and supported me unconditionally, I am eternally grateful for the gift of the time, knowledge, and talent that you've shared with me. Again, I want to express my gratitude for this recognition. It's truly an honor. I'm so privileged. Thank you very much.
I have not seen all the videos, but that's 2 for 2 on filming your kids, right? 2 for 2. I wonder how deep that goes. You can look at Chris and Brad and see if you can read their face to see if there's one coming up on you. Anyways, up next, I'd like to invite Lisa Buffington, who is the Vice President of Retirement Services for the Marsh McLennan Agency. Welcome, Lisa, and she will present the next 2 awards. Here she is, Lisa Buffington. Ta-da!
Good afternoon, everyone. It's an absolute honor to be here to celebrate these amazing women with you all. In her 13 years as CEO of North Brookfield Savings Bank, Donna Belanger has overseen a more than doubling of their assets, from $160 million to $350 million, and still growing today. She was the first woman to lead the bank since it was founded in 1894, and she has only executed superbly against its strategic plan. But she's fostered a culture of inclusion and support where leadership opportunities, mentoring, and training give her team the tools they need for sustained success. Donna credits her growth and success to the mentorship she received from both men and women and her trusted team of members who have grown with her. She strengthened the bank's support through its communities, through philanthropy, fundraising leadership, and other initiatives. Donna is also the director of the Federal Home Loan Bank of Boston, where she serves as the vice chair of that board, and she is serving as the director of the Depositors Insurance Fund in Massachusetts. Now let's hear what a couple others have to say about Donna.
It's my privilege to congratulate Donna Belanger on winning Outstanding Women Banking. And people often ask me two questions about Donna. What makes her a great leader, and how does she inspire people around her? Donna inspires people around her because she allows them to make decisions, to challenge them to own their areas, and help to guide and mentor them along the way if they either make mistakes or have questions. Donna is a good leader in that she continues to inspire people with clear vision. She excites people around her, energizes them, and gets things done by influencing others. And Donna has the ability to change and adapt quickly as the market changes, as the needs around her change. And that's a real skill set that Donna excels at. I want to congratulate Donna and honor and congratulate all the recipients of this award. It's an outstanding award. Congratulations.
I've known Donna Belanger my whole life. She is my sister. As the oldest of 5 children, Donna became a natural-born leader. I'm sure some of the great skills that she employs today stem from those times. I've always looked up to Donna as a role model. Whenever I would think, I don't know what to do, who should I ask, I would think, what would Donna do? Watching her live her life with such a positive can-do attitude inspires me every day to be and do my best, because that is what she does. Congratulations, Donna. I can't think of anyone who deserves this award more. Not only are you an outstanding businesswoman, you are an outstanding woman, and we are blessed to have you in our family. We love you. Congratulations.
For her leadership and all her efforts on behalf of the bank and the community, please join me in congratulating Donna Belanger.
Well, good afternoon. Thank you, Lisa, for your remarks, and I'd like to thank the judges as well of the Worcester Business Journal. It really is quite an honor to be recognized along with all the other outstanding women. And I have to agree, seeing the videos is very emotional. And I've actually tucked a Kleenex in my sleeve. So for me, this award has a very special meaning because it wasn't meant to be a Lifetime Achievement Award. That's not what it was intended for. But for me, it is a Lifetime Achievement Award because I'm going to end a 44-year banking career this year. So when I became a CEO of a bank here in Massachusetts in 2008, only 7% of the banks had a woman CEO. Today, that's increased to 12%, but women have a long way to go. And I've already heard comments about taking risks, taking advantage of opportunities when maybe you think you're not ready. And I did a presentation earlier this week for careers of women in banking for the Robert Morris Associates. And that was my message to women. Don't stay too long in a position that doesn't suit you. Don't try to mold yourself to fit that company. Be yourself. If you don't fit, find another organization that values you and your input. So I was very fortunate, and I have a lot of people to thank. And fortunately, the most important people to me are here today. And I'd like to thank Ron Gauthier and the Board of Trustees at North Brookfield Savings Bank, because they gave me the opportunity to be their CEO and leader for 13 years. It was challenging, it was interesting. We transitioned that bank very successfully. And you'll see in the quotes that we are well recognized by all the banking regulators. Well, one of the things about me is I don't take the credit for that. It's my team. It's the people who work with me. So I thank you, Ron, and I thank that board. It's been a great run. And I also thank my husband, Roland, for all his support for 46 years. He deserves a round of applause. My journey to this position wasn't always one of success, and I explained that to the women I spoke to on Monday. Along the way, I lost my job twice. Those were the best things that ever happened to me, because it opened up new opportunities for me. So when I think about how I got to where I am today, aren't we all a sum of all of our experiences? And we're a sum, really, of our environment and our upbringing. So the reason I'm here today is because of a very important man. And I'm fortunate that he's here today. And that's my father, John Brennan. My father believed in education and in hard work. He also taught me some lessons that were very important to me. And most important was that people are more important than things, and I have never forgotten that. The other thing he taught me was that to be a success in your career and in life means that you must always be a person of integrity. And that, to me, is the most important life lesson. So if anyone was to say anything about me, I think that's how they'd sum it up. I'm a person of integrity. And just like some of those comments I've heard where you may not always like the answer, I've always told the truth. So in closing, I'd like to thank Andrea Healy, Marco Bernasconi, and all the team at North Brookfield Savings Bank for nominating me for this Lifetime Achievement Award. Thank you.
Combining her passions for law and human resources, Betsy Landry has been able to achieve the best of both worlds at Merrick O'Connell, where she's been growing her career since 1991. She serves as the firm's Director of Human Resources, bringing a steady hand, creative solutions, and compassion to over 125 plus employees. Betsy's calm demeanor, attention to detail, and expertise has proven invaluable as the firm has successfully navigated its way through the pandemic. And over the last several years, helped shepherd through technological advantages, enhancements, stronger data analysis, and a higher level of consideration about workforce needs. Betsy has been a leader of the firm's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Initiative, attaining her DE&I in the Workplace Certificate, and leading Merrick's own DE&I committee. She plays a pivotal role in the culture of the firm and is continually sought after for her advice and gladly mentoring other young professionals. Betsy also serves as the Vice President of the Diversity and Inclusion Committee for the Boston chapter of Association of Legal Administrators. As an alumni ambassador for Assumption College, as a member of the Board of Directors and the Human Resources Committee for the Guild of St. Agnes. She's on the board of the YMCA of Central Mass and the Human Resources Management Association of Central Mass. Very busy woman. So let's see what others have to say about Betsy.
There are so many positive and inspirational adjectives to describe Betsy. So we asked our Moto family to just choose one word that comes to mind when they think of Betsy.
She's all that. Altruistic.
Betsy Landry, simply the best.
Caring.
Compassionate.
Dedicated.
Empathetic.
Enthusiastic.
So equitable.
Betsy Landry. Exemplary.
Betsy, you're fabulous.
Genuine.
Helpful.
Honest.
Intelligent. Invaluable.
She's just Betsy.
Kind.
Knowledgeable. Great listener.
Meticulous.
Nice. Outstanding. Passionate.
One word to describe Betsy Landry: patient. Extremely patient. That's actually 2 words, but it's true.
Personable.
Phenomenal.
Quick-witted.
Professional.
Reliable.
Respected.
Uber responsive.
Sincere.
Supportive. Trustworthy.
Unflappable.
Valued.
Welcoming.
Wonderful.
Exceptional.
Yes, can do attitude.
There's a zillion more adjectives we could use to describe just how great Betsy is.
Betsy, on behalf of everyone at Merrick O'Connell, congratulations on this well-deserved recognition.
Congratulations, Mom.
Congratulations, Betsy, on all of your accomplishments and everything you've done throughout your career.
Mom, you supported us no matter what, from all my games and meets
to my dance recitals. You have always been there cheering us on.
Thank you for loving us with all your heart.
And we are so grateful for all the things you do for us.
We are so proud of you. We love you.
For her devotion to her profession, her colleagues, and the community at large, please join me in congratulating Betsy Landry.
So I thought I was prepared for the video, but so much for that. Last weekend I said to my family that I wasn't sure how I was going to be able to thank everyone that I wanted to thank and hopefully share some insights on being a woman in business all in 2 minutes. My daughter Kat's response was, "You'll be fine, Mom, just talk fast." So here we go, Kat. I first want to thank the Worcester Business Journal for this recognition and for continuing to celebrate the contributions of women in the community. I'd also like to thank the generous sponsors of this event, as well as the judges for all of your efforts. As I've been listening to the amazing accomplishments of my fellow honorees, Chris, Donna, Lisa, Sandra, Kim, Catherine, Stacy, I can't help but think of a quote by Maya Angelou. She said, "I am grateful to be a woman. I must have done something great in another life." Well, I don't know what I did in a past life, but today, as every day, I'm grateful to be a woman. I'm proud to be recognized with all of you today and to be part of the inspiring group of women who have been recognized in prior years. And here in this beautiful hall, where there are now portraits of 4 women on the walls, Lucy Stone, Abby Kelly Foster, Dorothea Dix, and Clara Barton. I hope they approve of the event being here today. In thinking about those I wanted to thank today, what stands out to me is the gift of connections and networking. Because of the opportunities I've had in my professional career, they've been a result of connecting and networking. It started with my older brother, who mentioned to a colleague in a professional association to which he belonged that his sister was looking for a position in HR. It was a brief conversation, but it ended up leading to me being hired at Myrick O'Connell, which has been my home for almost 30 years now. Networking and making connections led me to the Human Resources Management Association of Central Mass, which was the first professional association that I joined when I started my HR career. And volunteering with HRMA has led to many other amazing opportunities in the community. Volunteering with professional associations and community organizations can be a tremendous way to build leadership skills in a supportive environment, to connect with mentors, to broaden your perspectives, support causes about which you're passionate, and learn from talented and committed individuals. I'm grateful for my colleagues in HRMA, at the YMCA, at the Guild, ALA, and other organizations. You inspire me. I've learned so much from you, and thank you for everything that you do for our community. To my Myrick family, I'm grateful every day that I work with such a special group of people. I'm grateful for the support of our senior leaders, David Serpinot, Bob Kilroy. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for the trust that you've placed in me. Rich Van Nostrand, Maureen Grenny, who share my passion for DE&I. My HR colleagues, Kathy Goulet and Lynn Monday. I couldn't wish for a better team, and we managed to have a lot of laughs as well. And Diane Power, you are a positive force of nature. I am blessed to have you as a colleague, mentor, and friend. Lastly, I'm grateful for my family, my sister Cindy, who's here today, along with my husband Rich, who somehow manages to maintain a sense of humor while being completely outnumbered by women in our house, and my daughters, Kat and Maggie. I'm a better person because of everything that you have brought into my life, so thank you for that. As I look out at my community, my colleagues, my friends, and my family in this room, I want to close with another quote from Maya Angelou. It's a beautiful, insightful quote. I told you I would try and come up with something insightful. My Myrick family is going to recognize this quote because it reminds us of a dear friend that we miss every day. Maya Angelou's wise words are, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. I'll never forget the feeling that you've all given me today. I'm filled with gratitude and with hope for the future. Yes, there's still much work to be done, but today let's celebrate how far we've come. And together let's commit to amplifying the voices of the young women who are our future leaders, to reaching out our hands to draw them into our networks and our communities, and to making them feel that their voices are valued and respected. Thank you."
You know, Chris usually looks for 2 or sometimes a 3rd person for those videos, and I think what a masterful job by your Myrick family. I think that was about 45 people interviewed in that 2-minute video. That was impressive. Anyways, it's now, I'm going to hand things over again to Jennifer St. Thomas of Always Health Partners to present the next 2 awards. Jennifer.
Donna, I think some of us are wishing we had that tissue up our sleeves right now. So on to the next awardee. As an Assistant Vice President for Facilities, Operations, and Planning at Worcester State University for the past 18 years, Sandra Olson is considered a trailblazer in the world of engineering. She has the ability to break down concepts to an easy-to-grasp, no-nonsense manner, and her easygoing personality and industry knowledge have allowed her to thrive in the male-dominated fields of engineering, utilities, and now facilities management. Her role includes preserving current structures, renovating the old facilities, and building new spaces on campus. And given that the university has 7,000 to 8,000 people on its campus grounds at any time, safety is Sandra's top priority. Everything from the day-to-day operations of grounds work, janitorial staff, and managing the university's 80 facilities workers to crisis management also fall under Sandra's umbrella. Her work has a direct impact on the student experience and the overall functionality and accessibility of the Worcester State University campus. Now let's see what a few others have to say about Sandra.
Hi, Sandy. Our family congratulates you on winning the Worcester Business Journal Outstanding Women in Business Award. You deserve it. We were not surprised to hear that you had won this award, as you've been a leader your whole life. You followed in your father's footsteps and became an engineer, and you took on your mom's qualities as a respected leader. You like a good challenge and have worked hard to become the amazing woman that you are today. We are so very proud of you and wish you all the best. Much love, Sandy. Congratulations.
Looking back on the last 12 years of working with Sandy, there was never a doubt in my mind that she was meant to be a leader. Her dedication to those on her campus and those around her can only be described as inspiring. Congratulations on your recognition, Sandy. You deserve this. I wish you the best.
I was so excited to be asked to participate in this celebration being held today for my baby sister, Sandy. She has always been a determined, let's go get 'em person. She never has given up, lots of stumbling blocks and many losses on the way, but she said, I can do it. Sandy, I congratulate you on this honor. It's really a big accomplishment. I love you dearly, and I'm proud. My regret is I couldn't be there, but you know I'm there in my heart.
For her leadership, success, and for her positive influence on the Worcester State University community and beyond, please join me in congratulating Sandra Olson.
They really should have you speak before they show those videos. So, first I'd like to thank Katie Crockett and Peter Caruso and the team at Lamro Pagano for finding me worthy of a nomination for this type of award. It means a lot to me to have made that kind of influence with you and your team, so thank you. You know, every day I have the great privilege of working for an absolutely brilliant woman Kathy Eichel-Roth, our Vice President of Administration and Finance. And over the years, in her wisdom, Kathy has given me the freedom to dream some dreams for our little corner of the city, and then has placed the trust in me to make those a reality. And I appreciate that support that you give me every day, Kathy. Thank you. On top of that, I have the absolute wonderful, wonderful privilege to work with a group of people who are so talented and dedicated and caring about what we do and how we change the lives of students that pass through our gates at Worcester State University. Bobby, Peter, Eric, and Nancy, thank you so much for not only being there every day, but for being some of the best friends that I have in my life. It's because of that I really don't consider this to be an award for an individual. I really think that this is reflective of the collaboration of the success that we have shared over the years. Thank you for that. To my loved ones and my friends who have given me support throughout the years, thank you, and thank you for reminding me that the most important things that happen to us in lives are those that really happen outside of work. And to my brothers and sisters, thank you for teaching me what it means to have integrity. Thank you for teaching me that we care about what we do, no matter how small or large the task, and for being the best role models, for better or worse on this one, for learning what it means to have a great work ethic. I can't thank you enough for being there for me throughout my entire life and the path that I have taken. To the Worcester Business Journal, to the judges, thank you for finding me to be worthy of being included in this group of incredible women. Thank you, everyone.
Kim Salmon joined the Hanover Insurance Group near the beginning of the pandemic and serves as Assistant Vice President of Community Relations, as well as the President of the Hanover Insurance Group Foundation. Kim's connection to Worcester and drive for social justice is in her blood. Her mother was a social worker, and her aunt, Elizabeth Betty Price, was the first African-American woman to be elected to the Worcester School Committee, and she was a co-founder of the Prospect House, the largest African-American social services agency in the city at the time. In her role overseeing the Hanover Insurance Group Foundation, Kim is involved in awarding $2 million annually in grants and community sponsorships. She also facilitates volunteer and community engagement opportunities for Hanover employees who are regular volunteers and serves on a number of boards throughout the region. Kim is as engaged in the nonprofit community as you'd expect, serving on the boards of Essentia Care Alliance in Worcester, the Coalition for a Healthy Greater Worcester, the Greater Worcester Community Foundation, Worcester Educational Collaborative, and the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce's Women's Leadership Conference Committee, and anywhere else she can make a difference. Now let's see what a few others have to say about Kim.
Hi, this is Dick Levy with the Hanover Insurance Group, and I'm sending in a heartfelt congratulations to Kim Salmon on your award of Outstanding Women in Business in Worcester. So proud. I'm proud. Our organization is proud to stand behind you. The work that you've done for us collectively is just awesome. I think what makes you so special, Kim, is your passion, your genuine kindness, always keeping us focused on the right goals and working towards the right things, doing the right thing. I am so proud of you. Congratulations. Keep up the great work. You've done amazing things in a short period of time, and I look forward to the many more accomplishments that you'll have.
Kim's leadership style is inclusive and dynamic. Her energy is infectious. She makes sure that everyone has a say in how a project will go and that everyone shares in its success.
I've had the pleasure of knowing Kim Salmon for about 10 years now, and in that time, I would describe her as a tremendous champion, advocate, and mentor to countless individuals across this community. She is so passionate about what matters most in this life. Her family, her friends, our community, the underserved. When she shows up, there is a light that enters the room because she's always smiling, she's always rolling up her sleeves, and she's never afraid to jump in and get the job done. It has been a joy working with her, having her join the Hanover team, and I feel lucky to have her working with me side by side on so many things that are so important to our company. We feel so lucky to work with her each and every day. Kim, congratulations on this tremendous award. You are so deserving, and I think it is absolutely fantastic that the Worcester Business Journal is recognizing you this year.
For helping others, promoting diversity, and uplifting other women, please join me in congratulating Kimberly Salmon.
So I had to wear this dress because I felt that the photo that they took and chose didn't really do it justice. So if you know me, you're not surprised by that statement. So, okay. First, I'd like to thank Brad, Peter, Chris, and the Worcester Business Journal for continuing to recognize and lift women as leaders. I would also like to thank all the incredible women that nominated me, some that are here today: Carrie, Cheryl, Karen, and Nadia. And a special thank you to the outstanding Women in Business Selection Committee. Their work is not easy. We have so many inspirational women leaders, the change makers of this community and beyond, like my fellow honorees. Today I stand humbled and honored to share the stage with all of you. And in the footsteps of all the incredible women recognized through the years before us in this prestigious award. I was raised in Worcester, surrounded by a strong community of women leaders and advocates for change. They instilled in me a passion, commitment, and promise to continue to invest in lifting the barriers and voices of all women, but more importantly, our diverse and underserved women of the communities by following the path they paved. As recognized and admired conveners of change, my mentors, my mother, Elizabeth Salmon, and my aunt, Elizabeth Betty Price, whose legacy truly lives on in me. However, my voice wasn't always loud, and I wasn't always the outspoken woman that stands before you today. The road was never straight and without obstructions. I wasn't always able to be heard. When I was young, I didn't know how to use my voice. I learned very early that the color of my skin made me different and susceptible to suspicion and criticism. And at 5 years old, I had my first of many experiences with discrimination, and that began in the classroom on the West Side. While in the first grade, I did not know how to speak up, push back, when my teachers were the ones marginalizing me. I just tried to endure until one day in the 6th grade when my mother gave me the platform to stand up for myself and find my voice in a meeting with my teachers and school administrators. And I haven't stopped since. Fast forward to over 30 years as a professional and a woman of color. It's been clear that upward mobility for women, especially for women of color, is a tough climb, and a climb with some significant barriers. And I had to learn to find ways around those barriers and the roadblocks, and sometimes, in order to grow, I just had to adjust my vision, recalibrate my goals, and change my direction. Change is hard, but it's necessary to be transformative, inspirational, and to propel us to the next level. We need to face our fears and be a little bit uncomfortable. Today, I have a conviction and the strength and the resilience to confront and lift barriers. I do this not by being the loudest voice, sometimes I am, but by hopefully being the most compelling one that strives to bring the community closer, to have the important conversations. And with that, I believe we are all just need to occasionally stop, to start a conversation, acknowledge our differences, and find a crossroad to push forward together. You see, I found my voice. My experiences gave me the courage to fight back, not only for me, but for the millions of other women. So, since I've found my voice, I've chosen to ask for forgiveness, not for permission, as I take a little extra time. I told you that, didn't I? just a little. As a recognized woman leader here today, I would be remiss if I didn't address the disturbing trend in our country today, the loss of women-held CEO seats and women leaders in the workforce, partially due to this pandemic. Today, we have 41 women CEOs on the Fortune 500 list and only 2 women of color, which they cited as record-breaking. That's crazy. That's crazy. So what I'm saying is we need to do better. We still have a battle of pay disparity, especially for women of color, African American and Latinx women. We need to unite, not divide, to push these issues forward. We need to be transformative leaders, lifting each other together, filling the open seats at the table, the seats at the top. To quote Sheryl Sandberg, of course, I know Chris was said, Chris, I like giggled over there. I was like, of course, Chris and I, because Chris is one of my mentors, that we would both have a quote from Sheryl. But Sheryl Sandberg said, for women, we need to take our rightful seat at the table. And we need to be confident and recognize that our contributions are critical to creating the kind of society that we can be proud to be a part of. We deserve to be in the leadership roles, and we owe it to ourselves and to the future generations to fight for equality for all women, to lift the voices of individuals who have been disregarded, silenced, and held down. With that, I promise you all that I am committed to changing today, tomorrow, and helping to create a better and more equitable future for women, and especially for our women of color. With that, and in closing, I want to acknowledge my circle of strength and inspirational leaders. You got to see several of them today, which I am still blown away by. So the leaders that are always pushing me forward, my incredible colleagues at the Hanover Insurance Group, especially Jack Roach, our president and CEO, who believes in me, Jennifer Louisa, my fearless leader and mentor, and my incredible team, Kara and Chrissy, who make it possible for me to do this work in the community, striving to lead with vision and the ability to drive mission and movement forward. And finally, most importantly, I need to thank the very foundation of my achievements, my family, and my very best friends I found along the way. And my blessings, my children, Devin and Bella. It is all their unconditional, enduring love and support of the greater purpose and sacrifices still to be made that have brought me to this place and this day. So thank you. And it was a great honor, I have to say, to receive this I am truly, truly humbled, and I really thank you all.
Thank you, Kim. Fantastic. Catherine Shaw Reed, PhD. Where is she? There she is. As the Vice President of Global Drug Substance Biologics Operations at Bristol Myers Squibb, Catherine oversees the strategy and operations for the company's entire global network of drug biologic manufacturing, including sites at Devon's, Syracuse, New York, and their facility in Ireland. And she's heading off there on Saturday. Sounds like a tough job, doesn't it? When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, Catherine found herself running a fleet of manufacturing sites with a workforce largely unable to work from home. Despite the obvious challenges, she helped meet the critical market demand, while also managing through facilities expansions, including the company's new 244,000 square foot cell therapy facility here, which I think just had an opening recently, right? A grand opening yesterday? Yeah. And that actually boosted, so during this pandemic, they actually boosted the size of their workforce to above pre-pandemic levels, quite an achievement when we know the difficulty in recruiting folks to join a growing organization. A committed mentor, she's particularly excited about the launch of Bristol Myers Squibb's first-of-its-kind apprenticeship program with the Cambridge nonprofit Mass BioEd, and about supporting students at local high schools, as well as the STEM education and engagement programs put on by her team at Devon. For her authentic leadership and her commitment to mentoring the next generation in the growing field of life sciences, please join me in congratulating Catherine Shaw Reed.
Wow. What a beautiful day. I wish I had the sun shining in on all of you. It's really an honor to be here. And I want to say that we all have so much to be grateful for. And I want to start by thanking Peter and Brad and the Worcester Business Journal, not only the sponsors, including the ones I've met today, but the ones who are here throughout the audience and the judges. I also want to give a special note of thanks to Jessica Weinstein and the Bristol Myers Squibb community who nominated me for this award. I was surprised, and I'm very honored to be here today. You know, I consider myself quite fortunate to be back here in Massachusetts with my family. And at this point, I really want to recognize and give my heart again to my husband, Carl Reed, who has been there for me since 26 years ago when we got married, but even when we began here our relationship in Massachusetts when I was a student at MIT. He stuck with me through thick and thin in every location that we've been in, and been such a great force, a great father for our children. Thank you, Carl. We moved back to Massachusetts with great joy a couple of years ago before the pandemic hit. And it's a pleasure to live in this vibrant and beautiful community. I'm supported by excellent colleagues at Bristol Myers Squibb. Such a fantastic set of folks that I work with. They're so brilliant, and they're passionate and dedicated to the work that we do. I'm happy here to have Jill Carrillo and Carolyn Kelly representing our vast team. You know, we have a vision to transform patients' lives through science. And that really speaks to my heart, every single word of that vision. The fact that we're a transformative business means so much to me. Every single one of us is or will be a patient at some point in our lives. I feel that we impact the entire world with the work that we do. I want to thank my team, not only here in Massachusetts, but spiritually, I want to thank those who are working all around the world to help us solve the challenges of healthcare. You know, I'm passionate about STEM. We were discussing over lunch what it means to be so passionate about science and technology, and I'm proud to be a representative of that community, a representative who is thrilled to encourage the young people that we are here to inspire. I am really so pleased that we've been able to join Mass Bio Ed in sponsoring the apprenticeship program, because to me, those apprentices, men and women, those are our future. They're the future for all of ourselves and our families. And for us to be role models to these apprentices, they're just an example of all the ways in which each of you also touch the young folks in our community. I'm passionate about delivering medicine to improve the healthcare in our community. I think I got that from my dad. He had quite a vibrant life himself, and he became a physician while he had 4 children, which I think is quite impressive. His passion has maybe trickled down to me and become part of my passion for healthcare. I'm passionate about delivering medicine in a slightly different way than he did, by really focusing on supply through our biopharmaceutical industry. And I'm passionate about improving healthcare in our community. I truly appreciate this honor, and I really appreciate the opportunity to celebrate with each of you today. Thank you.
Oh yeah, the award. Terrific, thank you. So next is Stacy Wu Md, who's with Synovian Pharmaceuticals. Dr. Stacy Wu is the Vice President and Head of Global Central Nervous Systems Clinical Research at Synovian Pharmaceuticals in Marlborough, where she works in late-stage development clinical trials with their patient population in both neurology and psychiatry. A board-certified neurologist, Stacy developed her interest in neurology during a multiple sclerosis fellowship at the University Hospital of Basel in Switzerland. While there, Dr. Wu developed the Rater training program for the most widely used MS rating scale, known as the Expanded Disability Status Scale. As a leader in her company and her field, Dr. Wu believes in mentoring those in more junior positions and helping them find functional areas and projects that empower them to pursue their interests with a passion. And we've heard a lot about that word passion this afternoon. She is particularly proud of Synovian's STEM work to advance the next generation of innovators through skills-based volunteering and education for students in neuroscience. Unfortunately, Dr. Wu was unable to join us today. However, she did send us a video message, which we can watch right now.
I am honored by this recognition, and I would like to thank the Worcester Business Journal for including me in this group of impressive women in this year's Outstanding Women in Business. I am proud of the recognition of my work at Synovian.
Let's give her a hand, Dr. Wu. So that's the closing of the awards. I want to give a special thanks to our presenting sponsor, always Health Partners, our corporate sponsor, Southbridge Credit Union, and our supporting sponsors Marsh McLennan Agency and the Women's Initiative of the United Way of Central Mass. I want to also thank Mechanics Hall, this wonderful venue, our caterers, Pepper's Artful Events. It was a marvelous lunch. and whose owner is also an outstanding Women in Business alumni. That's Susan Lawrence. I don't have her class right here, but she was in the group. And I'm going to ask the honorees, if we can, and I know you're all here to schmooze, to just come up real quickly for a group shot together right here on the stage. We'll do that first, and then we can release you to your throngs of fans for that quick group photo. But really, it's so much fun to be out here. I was at an event last night up in Portland, Maine, and one of the sponsors said, I haven't been out in 18 months. It was his first public. I think he might have gone to the supermarket, but other than that, no public event. So it's just so much fun to be here together. And congratulations to the winners. Superb comments, heartfelt, and thank you all for being part of this. Let's give everyone a hand.